Hello, Market Club members everywhere. Happy Monday to you. Well, we're starting the week off with a little bit of an unusual thing. We're going to have a poll this week to determine what you think of the markets, whether they're going to go up or down. This is the major indices. So we'd like you to vote and share with us your thoughts on the market. So let's get started with today's video update. We're looking at the S&P 500, and as you can see, it lost ground last week, and it's losing a little bit of ground today so far. The question becomes, is this market rolling over to the downside? And that's certainly something to be concerned about. And what I mean by that is this a big sort of distribution period right here? Is the market sort of rolling over to the downside? Or are we going to find support again in these previous highs? And we sort of draw this line around here. This sort of large box that we're sort of trapped in right now in the markets. So we have the debates coming up this week, we have the Fed, we have earnings, a lot of things going on, but the market's sort of still trapped in this very broad trading range. So we'd like to know what you think of it. And if you think the market's going up, well, you know what to do, vote there. And if you think it's going down, vote there. So let's see what you say. This picture of the Dow, you can see, is pretty much the same as the S&P 500. We do have our monthly trade triangle still green. The weekly is red, indicating you should be on the sidelines. You should be on the sidelines since really this time here, the 31st of August. So we've avoided all of this garbage that's been going on. That's very, very hard to predict, and no trend whatsoever right now. We are still, as I say, locked in the sort of broad box right here. You can see it just very clear, and you can see we're sort of following the support right here. Again, let's see how this plays out, but we want to see your vote. This is the last of the indices, is the Nasdaq. You can see that's actually what did very well, but it did also create something we call a divergence. This is a negative divergence. This is the RSI indicator you've heard me talk about. Look at how this goes down like this, and prices actually were going higher. It meant really that the market did not have the momentum to carry it much higher. And when you see this, is normally a signal that you're going to see weakness, and that's exactly what we've seen just in the last 4 or 5 days. So I would think your vote's important. We want to hear what you have to say, so vote in our poll. Like the indices, the gold market is also in a very tight, albeit much shorter time frame box. You can see it just sort of moves back and forth here. You really need to see this over 1270 to get some sort of recovery going on the upside. We are sneaking up here on the RSI, but the key to be watching really is our trade triangles, which are all negative right now on gold, indicating lower prices. First indication will be the daily, which is timing. That turns green. That means you should be out of any short positions. And the next one to watch is the weekly. That's the trend. If that turns green, and I think it's going to take a while for that to turn green, then that would indicate an upward trend in gold. For the moment, gold is trending down, and we'll have to see how that works out. But nonetheless, the RSI is beginning to turn up a little bit, so we need to see that over the 50 line to really get something going on the upside. Perhaps the only bull market right now is crude oil, and crude oil continues to show all trade triangles green, indicating a strong upward trend. We're seeing a little bit of weakness coming into the RSI, but we want to watch the 50 line in the RSI because that's where support should come in to this market. But generally speaking, the trend is positive in crude oil. And if we scope this out, you can see that it's had a rather, let's just go to the max, and we'll just take our trade triangles off and just put a very simple line. You can see it's really beginning to try to make that turn. Whether it's successful or not, it really needs to go over these highs right here, and that's around about the 52 area. If we go over that area, then I think we're going to see a much bigger recovery, perhaps even up to the $60, $65 range. So let's see how that plays out. But don't forget to vote in our poll today on the indices. Do you think they're going up, down, or sideways for the week? Hey, I'm Adam Hewison. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching this video, and thanks for voting. And also, thank you for your business. Have a great trading day, everyone.